BSPL. So, taking consideration the limitation in time which we have over here, I would just like to make everyone aware of two basic terminology. First thing is operating system, which is more of a technical side, which most of the people might be aware of. Like we have been using Windows, Android, Linux, iOS, macOS. The second thing that we are have to consider is more of a human thing, and we call it a chronic conflict. So basically, in an IT company, every team is divided into two parts. First one is development, and the second one is operations. This is for to understand the terminology of DevOps. So the development team, you might have 100, 200, 300 developers continuously working, building code, building updates, features, and then there is an operation team which is supposed to deploy all that to make it sure that the client are getting the new version of the application. Considering the last few decades, all these services has been basically using virtual machine. So I would just like to abstract virtual machine till now. So DevOps as a service, what it basically means is the automation of operations and development to minimize the human conflict or the chronic conflict. So basically what we are trying to avoid is that the development team develops a code, they pass it on to the operation, and it eventually doesn't run. That might be because of the scale of the code, that might be because of multiple features, multiple teams working concurrently on different things, but eventually that creates a very big void between the team, and it eventually affects the entire financials of the company. Now to understand it, it's not because that the decision makers are not effective. It's just because of the sharedness. It's just because of the complexity of the infrastructure that we have been running. Now to avoid that, DevOps builds a pipeline which integrates different components, right from the build to the deployment of applications on any cloud environment. This is the primary service on which we have been working. Second is the DevSecOps, which is more related to security. The third is AIOps. Moving ahead, virtual machines, usually the servers we run, consist of entire operating systems which are huge in size. They are good in the terms that they are built by big enterprises, so they are secured, they come with predefined precautions, protocols, everything is followed. The biggest issue is the size. So eventually 2-3 years back, the containerization technology came in, which drastically reduced the size of the underlying operating system. So now we have operating systems starting for 3 to 4 MB that can be easily shipped and built to avoid the chronic conflict so that the developer and the server can have the same environment. But
30 seconds. Yeah.
But as they say, with great powers come great responsibilities. Now since this has been the constant increase in the containerization technology in the past year. So every year, containers are replacing 60 to 70% of environments which have been laid on virtual machine. We plan on building a tool which is going to be AI based, that is going to make sure that the containers that we are building on follow security compliances, they detect vulnerabilities, and mostly when it's concerned with AI, to detect the anomaly. How things are interacting with each other, what is the abnormal behavior that cannot be detected by a human eye just because of the sheer size of the infrastructure. Might imagine Flipkart, Amazon, or Twitter as well. Our revenue model is going to be very basic. We haven't worked on it yet. It's going to be a subscription-based model and a security audit that can be done from company to company.
Sure.
So basically, our service is more related to business, and the underlying platform is obviously Microsoft Azure, AWS, and GCP.
Thank you.